You know, sometimes I see something so stupid on the internet where I just have to come on and make a video about it when it comes to professional wrestling, because this is mostly a professional wrestling channel. NFL previews coming next week because preseason week 3 is almost over. Cheap plug. But besides that cheap plug aside, I saw this image on the WWE's Facebook page. And they said, on the top, be honest, WWE Universe, did you support Becky Lynch during the entire time she was trying to become SmackDown Women's Champion? Now here's the thing. This is something that you would argue in a debate with someone if you're debating if Becky Lynch is over or something like that. That's not the argument here. The argument here is why Becky Lynch is heel, and why Becky Lynch's heel turn is stupid, because it's not a heel turn, it's a face turn. The fans are wanting to support her. Because here's the thing. I will say this. I have poked fun at female Finn Balor a lot on this channel. She's particularly not one of my favorite women wrestlers. But even then, if I don't have a favorite, I will still go to bat for them when I see them booked stupidly. And Becky Lynch has been booked stupidly for the past year. It's not even been like a past 6 months type of thing. It's been a year that this woman has been booked stupidly. She is the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion, and yet she don't even feel like it. Keep in mind, I am one of the people that said during my Women Royal Rumble prediction that should have a strong performance. I am one of the people who said that she should win Women's Money in the Bank because she needs it more than anyone else. I don't like the fact that Becky Lynch is over because fans feel bad for her because she has been booked correctly, because really, to be honest, I don't think that's a compelling character. I will admit that. But the one thing I will not admit is that WWE trying to convince that she's heel. Because you see, Becky Lynch cut this heel promo on SmackDown, and everyone was saying it was great. And I said it sucked. And not because of Becky Lynch's performance. It sucked because I don't believe Becky Lynch believes this shit. I don't believe that Becky Lynch is sitting here actually believing that us, the fans, turned on her. No, if anything, this type of storyline gets me behind Becky Lynch more. Here's Becky Lynch, who has been clawing and scratching, working her way up to finally get this position. She's been waiting and waiting and waiting, going through opportunities, losing opportunities. So it's finally time that she gets her turn. It's her turn to take a shot at the champ. And what happens? Woo! Her so-called best friend Charlotte comes back, demands to have one match with the women's champion, and if she wins that one match with the women's champion, she gets added to the match at SummerSlam. And so Charlotte wins that one match. Becky has every right to be pissed off, because that's just like at work when you've been working hard for the past 6 months to try to get a raise or a higher position, and then all of a sudden some fool who used to work there in the past comes back. Literally in the 2 months that he comes back, he gets that raise, he gets that higher position, and you're just like, what the heck? He's been gone for a while. I've been here. I've been working my ass off. Why do I don't get that position? Why does she get it? So you can already relate right there as a human being who actually works, or a human being just in general who actually tries hard and does everything. You can relate to Becky Lynch's situation. You can relate it with anything in this world, that Becky Lynch has been working her ass off to get what she wants, and then ultimately someone comes in literally and steals it out from underneath her. And that person did not put any effort whatsoever to get it. And then comes a match at SummerSlam. You already knew Charlotte was going to win. Golden children rule, baby, as I like to say on this channel. But when it comes down to it, you knew Charlotte was going to win. There's a glimmer of hope that Becky may win, but nah. They got to go with Charlotte. This is the show that more casuals are watching. And when WWE knows that more casuals are watching a certain show, certain wrestlers win. That's just how it works. That's just how business is. So, of course, Charlotte wins. And then they have Becky Lynch attack Charlotte. And are the fans upset that Becky Lynch attacked Charlotte? No. Why are they not upset that Becky Lynch attacked her best friend? Well, I don't know. Maybe freaking 2 years ago, Charlotte did the same thing. So you expect us as fans to just forget in our mind that Charlotte used to be the biggest meanest woman on the roster, that she was like such a big biatch? You want us to forget about that? You want us to be like, oh no, we forgot. No! We remember that! They rekindled their friendship because of the right squad. That's the only reason why their friendship rekindled. I don't even know why their friendship rekindled. They were just like, oh, we're friends again, yeah. So you have Becky Lynch cut this promo. She's saying all the fans were never with her. They never supported her. Blah, 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 blah. No, bullshit. And then you have wrestling fans actually saying this heel turn sucks, which is kind of amazing to me that wrestling fans are actually agreeing on something. But at the same time, it does suck. Especially when it comes to Becky Lynch. And then, of course, you challenge this, and then Road Dogg comes. He's like, hey, you can't be hating on this. I mean, what do you want me to do? Huh? What do you want me to do? I gave you what you want. Becky Lynch is getting pushed. She in a bang feud. I feel like you need to let the story unfold. Hey, newsflash, Road Dogg. You want a better story? Oh, I know you're not going to listen. I know wrestlers that are in the business are going to think he's just some dumb mark on the camera. I used to train to be a wrestler. I took bumps too. I was an enhancement talent. All right? That doesn't make me Brian Alvarez, where I act like I have this long, great career. But I know what it's like to take a fucking bump. Anyone who has watched my channel and has seen me do crazy skits on the live stream will tell you that Chase will do stupid shit on the live stream. Well, watch my greatest Royal Rumble review, where I made fun of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and I took a spear from Red Pillow, hashtag Red Pillow, he's gonna come back soon, damn it. Watch that, and you can see that I have some idea what it means to take a fucking bump. Alright, I know how to do certain shit in wrestling. I ain't stupid. Just because we're fans and I'm someone that has a camera and I don't have the power to suck Triple H's D so that way I know how to get into business, doesn't mean I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because a lot of the writers, before they became writers in wrestling, they were writers for show plays and all that other stuff before they actually knew how to write for wrestling. So I'm not just some dumb Mark fan that has some idea that could actually work. And hell, if some fans don't like my idea, fine. But at least give me credit that I'm giving a solution to make a Becky Lynch heel turn make somewhat sense. Because at least one thing I try to do on this channel a lot is always give a solution. Even if I don't like a wrestler, even if I hate a wrestler, I try to find a solution to make it more watchable. Because why? I want everyone to enjoy what they're watching. I may not like the Care Bear Braun Strowman, but I'll give solutions to what they should maybe do with him as a character. People can attest to this from my streams. The only wrestler I never give credit to or find solutions for is Garbage Man, because he's trash. Ask Luke Harper about that. But when it comes down to it, how could you have made a Becky Lynch heel turn actually make sense, Jesse James the Road Dogg? Well, did you ever think about maybe Becky Lynch attacks Ric Flair behind the scenes at SummerSlam? That Charlotte has an interview at SummerSlam and she's talking about how excited she is that she's back in front of the WWE Universe. And then all of a sudden, you get Paige frantically running like, Charlotte, you gotta come. Your dad just arrived in the arena. And she's all excited and she's like, no, he's seriously injured. And then she's like, what? And then you have it where Charlotte goes and checks on Ric Flair. And it just turns out Charlotte can't wrestle tonight. It's just too much for her. She can't wrestle tonight. It's just too much and stuff like that. And then Becky Lynch ends up winning the SmackDown Women's title. Like, we don't even get a tease that Charlotte is even there. And then afterwards, we have it where Ric Flair is getting loaded up into the ambulance. Like, you know, because it's WWE. Ambulances take forever just to get to the Dane Arena or some shit. So then all of a sudden, ambulance are loading Ric Flair. And then Becky goes, Charlotte, what happened? Where were you? And then Charlotte's like, I don't know, someone attacked my dad. And Becky acts all shocked. She can't believe it. And then us as wrestling fans will be like, Becky did it. We would know. But at least then it's like, Becky did it. Or maybe she didn't. Well, we don't know yet. Well, let's see how this turns out. But most of us in our mind already are thinking Becky did it. And then we have it where Becky does this SmackDown Championship celebration and everything like that. And then all of a sudden Paige comes out. Circa Shawn Michaels Triple H 02. Shows us security footage of Becky Lynch attacking Ric Flair when Ric Flair arrives to arena. It's like a vicious assault because you can't do it where Becky Lynch breaks someone's arm because that's Ronda Rousey's gimmick and, you know, Ronda greater than all. So you can't do that. But you can have it where Becky Lynch does something. And then all of a sudden, Charlotte is just at this celebration, and all the SmackDown women are there. All the SmackDown women are there because, you know, Becky Lynch is such a beloved women's figure, minus like Carmella and some of the other ones, but, you know, just all the SmackDown women are there. And then all of a sudden, Charlotte goes, and she's like, how could you do this? And then Becky Lynch goes on her tirade, saying that you have cost me time after time. You can't act like you're innocent, Charlotte. You can't act like you haven't done anything wrong to wrong me. You ruined my friendship. You ruined our friendship years ago. You are the one that almost cost me my women's title. I deserve this belt. And then Charlotte can go back at her, and this is the line that will just settle it, where fans are saying, you know what, Becky's right about Charlotte. But then Charlotte would say, I would never attack your family, though. I wouldn't cross that line. I wouldn't go there, Becky, and attack your dad, your mom, or your brother. I would not do that. And that's true. That is something that where Charlotte could admit that, yes, I have done horrible things, but I would never cross that line. And that right there, as a fan, even if you like Becky Lynch, you got to say, Charlotte's right. Because Charlotte never crossed that line. Charlotte would have never done that as a heel. That's something that you could agree with. That's something where you could say, you know what? I agree with Charlotte there. What Becky did is messed up. Because, you know, Becky attacked the Nature Boy. Woo! The Hall of Famer Ric Flair. And after all the health issues he's been going through, Becky Lynch goes there to get Charlotte out of the match. Makes you feel a little bit more sympathy for Charlotte. Sure, there might be the hardcore fans that still love Becky and they'll love this because Becky's so evil and stuff like that. And that's fine. But at least then, for most fans, it would make more sense for what Becky Lynch did is more despicable than her just, oh, I'm mad that Charlotte, you know, because what she did is not a heel turn. It's a face turn. It's literally like, this is the babyface that's frustrated. We saw Roman Reigns did this to Sheamus. We've seen John Cena do this to guys in the past. This is literally what every babyface does. When they're mad at someone, they just let out their emotions. Alex Riley and The Miz, remember that stuff? How are you going to sit here and tell me that Becky Lynch is a heel when she did nothing despicable? Charlotte's done this shit to her. But the one thing Charlotte has never done is attack Becky Lynch's family. Becky Lynch attacking Ric Flair, Charlotte's dad, her family, just for a freaking belt? That right there has more emotion, more impact, and everything else that would actually make people hate Becky Lynch and make Becky Lynch a heel. Shut up, Windows. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb Mark wrestling fan, right? Just a dumb Mark. I know nothing. I can take criticism. If people don't like my idea in the comment section, that's fine. I'm not going to hate it. But if you're not going to like my idea, give me an idea you would do. I would love to hear more ideas. That's the reason why we debate and discuss wrestling here on YouTube. Not to put down everyone's ideas, but to help each other's ideas improve and help everyone's commentary improve. But nowadays in the YWC, all we want to do is like Roman Reigns rants or something. I don't know. Fuck! This image is stupid. I pointed out the wrong thing because it's normally over here, but I was too lazy. This image is stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've seen from WWE in quite some time. Because honestly, it's WWE trying to make Becky Lynch a heel. And it's not working. The only reason why I would say Becky Lynch sucks as a heel is not because of her effort as a wrestler or character or mic work. It's because of the writing. Because if I don't believe what you're reading and speaking, how am I supposed to believe what you're saying at all? No outro for this one. Yo! Female Finn Balor.